Video opens with a shot of a vibrant, lush jungle. Birds are singing and the sun is shining through the canopy. We see Dodo, a small, curious dodo bird, waddling happily through the undergrowth. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new adventure. I'm Dodo, and this is my home, the most beautiful, most amazing jungle in the whole wide world. Every leaf, every flower, every little creature here is my friend. From the busy ants marching in a line to the colorful parrots chattering in the treetops, this place is full of life and wonder. My favorite thing to do is explore. You never know what you'll find around the next giant mushroom or behind the next sparkling waterfall. It feels like the jungle has a new secret to share with me every single day. And my best friend Roro, the wise old tortoise, he says the jungle is a gift we all get to share. He's been around for a very, very long time, so he knows all the best stories and the quietest, sunniest spots for a good nap. Life here is just perfect. Or at least ... I thought it was. Dodo continues walking, a cheerful hum on his beak. The scenery gradually begins to change. The colors become less vibrant, and the sounds of the jungle grow quieter. One sunny morning, I decided to venture a little further than usual. Roro always told me curiosity is the first step to discovery, little Dodo, and I was feeling extra curious. I wanted to find the legendary Glimmering Grove, a place where the flowers are said to glow even in the daytime. I followed the path of the winding river, saying hello to the fish and waving at the monkeys swinging high above. Everything seemed normal at first. The air was warm, the sky was a brilliant blue, and my tummy was full of yummy berries. I imagined all the new friends I would make and the amazing sights I would see. I couldn't wait to tell Roro all about it. I felt like the luckiest dodo in the world, living in a place so full of magic. Dodo rounds a bend and stops dead in his tracks. The scene before him is shocking. The lush green has been replaced by brown, barren ground. Stumps of trees are everywhere, and a thin layer of haze hangs in the air. The silence is deafening, but then I saw it. The jungle just stopped. It was like a giant had taken a huge bite out of my beautiful home and left nothing but crumbs. The tall, strong trees I loved to shelter under were gone. All that was left were these sad, lonely stumps. The ground, which should have been soft with moss and flowers, was dry and cracked. There were no birds singing, no monkeys chattering, no busy bugs scurrying about. It was quiet, a scary kind of quiet. My heart started to beat really fast. Where did everything go? Where were all my friends? This wasn't the jungle I knew. It was broken. It was empty. Standing there, I felt a cold sadness creep over me, a feeling I'd never felt before in my warm, sunny home. Dodo walks slowly and cautiously into the desolate area. He touches a tree stump with his wing, a look of confusion and sadness on his face. He looks around, hoping to see a familiar face. I called out, "Hello, is anyone here?" But only my own voice echoed back, sounding small and lost. I walked further in, my little feet kicking up dust. I saw a flower, once bright and colourful, now wilted and grey, lying on the hard ground. I gently picked it up. It felt so fragile, so lifeless. I remembered Roro telling me how every part of the jungle is connected, like a giant family. The trees give us shade, the flowers give the bees nectar, and the bees help new flowers grow. If one part is hurt, the whole family feels it. Looking at this broken place, I finally understood what he meant. The family was hurting a lot. I felt so helpless. What could a little dodo like me possibly do to fix something so big and so broken? Just as Dodo is about to cry, he hears a soft, familiar voice. He turns to see Roro, the tortoise, slowly making his way towards him, his ancient eyes full of concern. Just when I thought I was all alone, I heard a voice call my name. Dodo, there you are. It was Roro. I've never been so happy to see him. I ran over and gave him the biggest hug a dodo can give a tortoise. He looked at the empty land, then back at me. He didn't look surprised, just very, very sad. I was worried you'd find this place. Little one, he said softly. I showed him the wilted flower, my beak trembling. Roro, what happened? Why is the jungle broken? Tears started to well up in my eyes. I just couldn't understand how beautiful home could end up like this. It felt like a terrible nightmare that I couldn't wake up from. Roro comforts Dodo, placing a reassuring flipper on his shoulder. He looks at the desolate landscape with a determined expression. Roro sighed a long, slow sigh. This didn't happen overnight, Dodo, he explained. It happened slowly. Too many trees were taken, and nothing was put back. The balance was lost. He looked around at the stumps. The home for the birds, the shade for the flowers, the food for the insects. It all disappeared, and so they had to leave to find a new home. I looked at the vast, empty space. It seemed impossible to fix. But can we bring it back, Roro? I asked, my voice barely a whisper. Can we make it beautiful again? The thought of the jungle staying this way forever was too much to bear. I wanted to see the green, hear the birds, and feel the life return. Roro smiles gently at Dodo. He points his flipper towards a single, tiny green sprout pushing its way up through a crack in the dry earth. Roro didn't answer right away. Instead, he led me over to a crack in the dry, dusty ground. And there, I saw it. A tiny, little green sprout, no bigger than my toe, pushing its way up towards the sun. It was so small, but it was so full of life. It was a little spark of hope in all the sadness. The jungle is strong, Dodo, Roro said, his voice filled with a new energy. Its heart is still beating. Even here, it just needs our help. He looked at me, and his eyes weren't just sad anymore. They were determined. It will take a lot of work and a lot of patience. It will be the biggest adventure we've ever had. But yes, Dodo, I believe we can bring the forest back. Dodo looks from the sprout to Roro's determined face. His own expression changes from sadness to resolve. He stands up taller, a new sense of purpose in his eyes. Looking at that tiny, brave sprout, and then at my wise old friend, I felt something change inside me. The feeling of helplessness started to fade, and a new feeling grew in its place. Determination. Roro was right. The jungle needed us. I didn't know how we were going to do it, but I knew we had to try. Okay, Roro, I said, standing up as tall as I could. What do we do first? I was no longer just a curious little dodo. I was a jungle helper. We were going to heal our home, one tiny sprout, one little seed at a time. And I knew, deep in my heart, that with Roro by my side, we could do anything. Our biggest adventure was just beginning. The final shot shows Dodo and Roro standing side by side, looking out over the barren land, silhouetted against the setting sun. The tiny sprout is in the foreground, glowing faintly. The road ahead is long, and the task is huge, but where there is life, there is hope. What do you think our first step should be? Join us next time to see how our mission to heal the jungle begins. Thank you so much for watching with us today. If you want to follow our adventure and see if we can bring the forest back, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our next episode. See you soon, Jungle Explorers.